Hey Sapiens, today I want to talk to you about fixing tech neck with tongue posture. So it's very important to strengthen the opposing muscle groups that cause tech neck, but I think an often overlooked aspect is tongue posture. I've made other videos about tongue posture and mewing, and I do want to show some of my results, but to go over tongue posture briefly, there's a couple of exercises that you could do, but I would say it's a good idea to think of tongue posture and to think of your tongue as like a cobra, like a king cobra with a hood. You want it perched up in your throat. You want the top of your tongue to spread out across the roof of your mouth. You want the tip of your tongue to be right behind your two front teeth. So your tongue should really be supporting the whole top of your head. You want to think of your tongue as pushing your head up. Now, your tongue is actually pound for pound the strongest muscle in your body. Why is that? Another interesting thing about the biology of human beings is that when human beings were first learning to walk upright, and we were also developing these big brains, it was a significant challenge to be able to balance the top of your head. I think a big solution for this is your tongue and tongue posture. So your neck and back muscles are very important, but I want to say let's just set that aside for now. Let's focus entirely on your tongue. Basically, you want the upper half of your head to be supported entirely on the tongue. Your tongue muscle is going to be lifting up, and it's almost like your head is floating on top of your tongue. That's how you want to think of it. So when I started to do this, and of course, like anytime you're fixing your posture, it's going to feel very strange at the start. The more extreme and abnormal good posture feels, that means the worse your posture was. When you press up on the roof of your mouth and your head is floating on top of your tongue, I would say it almost feels like you're hanging from a bar, and that's where you feel your spine decompressing, and gravity is actually pulling down on your spine instead of just pressing it down. But a very important part of your spine is actually your neck. If you have bad neck posture, it almost feels like you're pushing up on the top of your head, and that's being stretched out almost as if you were holding on a bar for your spine, but it's for your neck. I heard like the cracking as I adjusted my tongue and really lifted up my head. There's also soreness in your neck and spine. But one thing I would say too is, while you're doing this, focus on your breathing. See if you actually take a fuller, better breath by taking this good tongue posture. There's a couple of exercises that I would say to do for good tongue posture, which is one, there's that cobra posture, that make your tongue like a cobra, spread it out. That would be, I think, a basic, more everyday posture to take. Secondly, do that, but also try to spread out across your mouth and actually use your tongue to push across to your molars. So you're actually trying to push your molars to the side. Another good exercise, and to get an idea of this, if you eat an avocado, which you should eat avocados, and you take the seed and hold it in your mouth, and you feel how much space that takes up in your mouth, well, you'd want your tongue to be like that avocado seed. So essentially, it's almost like flexing your muscle. You want to flex your tongue and spread it out so it takes up the maximum amount of space in your mouth, top and bottom. The other thing you could do is, think of Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, where you want to push your tongue forward, and then your head is floating on top of that tongue. But the big idea here is that you want to pretty much play with your tongue. You want to get your tongue strong and flexible and able to support your head. This can be very tiring, especially at the beginning. If your mouth is a bit small, what I was doing initially was actually folding the front of my tongue. You'd want to push out as far as you can, and if you find that you don't have space, you could try to fold your tongue so that you get the correct posture. I don't want to say that this is a super quick fix, although it does have immediate benefits. My journey took about 2.5 years. That was with braces. And I would say at the start, it was my mouth was probably a little bit too small, and I was doing the folding. But you will know you've made it when you go to sleep and you wake up with proper tongue posture. That's when your body knows that it's more of a natural posture.
So if you look at the middle and right photos of me, you're probably thinking, wow, how can a guy be so handsome and so cute at the same time? And what a thick neck he has. And I often thought that too, but I often didn't get my side profile, which is on the left. And so these were photos taken right before I got my braces. And on the left, I was honestly thinking like, okay, I'm sitting up. This is my normal posture. And only when I saw the photo that I was like, wow, I didn't know my neck posture was that bad. I figured with braces, it was time again to really try and fix my tongue posture and give it another go. And so this is about 2.5 years later, but it's such a significant change, and wow, really big difference. And you'd probably be thinking, this guy's so handsome, it doesn't even matter if he's missing several teeth. But I shared this comparison, which you could see top and bottom, and you really see the difference. And one of my friends joked that like, oh, you got a neck surgery to lengthen your neck. And I put that in my Instagram post when I shared this photo. And one of my other friends actually messaged me almost immediately and was like, what neck surgery did you get? Like, they genuinely thought that that was a neck surgery. And yeah, I just thought, a lot of people deal with tech neck, and this would be a really helpful thing to share with people. It's made a difference for me. I would even say in comfort. Once you get used to it, I can feel that my breathing is steadier. And overall, I do feel better. And it just even impacts my walking. And I feel like there might be a case that tongue posture and posture for your whole body starts with tongue and neck posture. Something else you can do is that every time you go by a door, you stand next to the wall and touch your butt, your upper back, and the back of your head to the wall. And that will adjust your spine and body into a more proper posture, and you make your tongue match that posture. Of course, another strength exercise you could do is something called face pulls, and this just strengthens the opposing muscles, but there's lots of videos on that, so you go ahead and give it a search. But tech neck is just something we get so much working with technology, always sitting down facing a computer or staring at your phone, so I hope this helps you out if you want to change. Thanks. Goodbye.